I'm going to be reading a poem called Fine, and it's told from Telemachus' point of view, who was Odysseus' son. How are you, son? Those are the first words you said to me when you finally came home. Big goofy grin on your face and mama weeping in your arms. So casually, so nonchalant, so easy. Like you were just at the markets, like I just came home from school, like you and mama just walked in from the park, like you weren't just gone for 20 years. I had blinked, thanked, shrinked. 20 years of hoping, wondering, and praying for this exact moment, and I had no clue how I felt. I've never hesitated in smiling my charming smile towards mama, or the clerk, or the little old lady down the street. And I certainly never wavered telling the neighbors, the town, the entire kingdom of Ithaca that I was fine. But you? I felt the force of all the gods and goddesses combined in my throat, constricting me, restricting me, telling me not to encrypt my feelings, because somehow I knew that you were the only one who would not believe me when I say I'm fine. But believe me, when I stood there, unmoving, unresponsive, it wasn't because I had nothing to say. Rather, I had too much to say. Waves of emotions greater than Charybdis' greatest belch, mountains of thoughts higher than the great Greek borders, forests of jumbled up words in my head denser than Faunus' deepest secrets. And just like that, 20 years of the deepest emotions I tried to hide came pouring out. Remembrance. The first distinct emotion to register after your departure. When you first left, I was nothing more than a toddler. I remembered your touch. Young me, savoring each one. I remembered your laugh, an autograph on my hat that I left with you. I remembered your words, like herbs soothing life's burns. And most importantly, I remembered your love. Nothing was as powerful as shared blood. And for a long time, I was fine, naively believing your lies to Mama and me of a speedy return. Confusion. The next emotion that I stumbled upon as I grew older and saw the world. What was I supposed to do now that you're gone? I couldn't possibly fight the monsters under my bed by myself now, could I? Were you not satisfied with the fighting of pretend demons with me and you wanted more? Where'd you want to go and risk it all when Mama and I were all you needed? I was confused in a world without your touch, without your laugh, without your words, without your love. But for a long time, I was hoping that you were fine, because I was struggling to grasp why you even wanted to leave. Hopeful. The only emotion that I prayed would stay. Every day as I was looking out towards the bay, I hoped to see the tall mast of your ship, returning home with great pride after a decade well fought. You've ought to see Mama's face. She was gliding with grace, moving in haste, anxiously awaiting the day she can erase her fears with your embrace. And we all were fine again, tempting fate and pretending you'll be present. Confusion. It rushed in once again like an unwelcome stranger, and oh, how there are so many unwelcome strangers. They knocked on our palace doors, our mental doors, asking me to step aside, asking Mama to give in. And I was old enough to understand that they were bad men, but I wasn't old enough to understand why they were here. And I was strong enough to speak up against them, but I wasn't strong enough to protect Mama. And I heard the people crying for guidance, but I couldn't hear their pleas for me. I was aware that this was all not fine, but I wore my mask because where was my spine? Anger. It set in as the years dragged on, replacing all my previous thoughts. All the people could say was, Odysseus the great king, Odysseus the slayer, Odysseus this, Odysseus that. But oh, did you see Odysseus the husband, Odysseus the father, Odysseus the mentor? They offered me benign words, but they were nothing more than twine confining my heart. I don't want to hear Telemachus, Odysseus' successor, Telemachus the savior, Telemachus the new Odysseus. Tell me this. Where was my childhood when I needed one? Where were you when I needed the guidance? Where was my honesty when I said I was fine? Where was your honesty when you left and said everything will be fine? Where was your mind? How could you be so blind? helpless. The one emotion that seemed to rise above the rest, as anger and confusion battled remembrance and hopefulness. It creeped in, like a silent fog over my mind, haunting me, haunting me. The suitors' voices in my head as I start to suit them. The villagers' problems in my head as I start to lose will. The enemy's jeers in my head as I know I'm not a worthy heir. Athena's commanding voice in my head as I run out of ideas to follow her quest for me. And those promises you made to me when time is irrelevant in my head. As I try to force words up my esophagus. No one would even care if I say I wasn't fine. Not even myself. So that day you came home. You're seeing only a shell of me, hollowed out from the inside, each emotion a hellfire, consuming me slowly. But looking at you, the smile, the easygoing stance, the motion behind your eyes, was enough to freeze over the turbulence inside. For the first time in 20 years, no more longing and remembrance, no more confusion, no more need to be hopeful, no more damages through anger. Finally, more freedom, more honesty, more me. I'm revealing all of this to you now because I don't have to see you through a veil anymore. So believe me, Father, when I say I'm fine. Thank you.